Welcome to History Highlights at Nova Parks. I'm Tracy Gillespie, Historic Site Manager with Nova Parks, and we're back today at Aldie Mill Historic Park. Thought I'd give you just a couple of minutes of a background on the man who had the mill built here in the village of Aldie between the years 1807 and 1809. We're going to focus on this gentleman. This is a young Charles Fenton Mercer, born in Fredericksburg in 1778. Fenton, as he was known by his family and friends, inherited quite a bit of land up here in what would later become Aldie. He purchased additional acreage, and he decided to have a grist mill built here and also to create a village. Here we have a map, a hand-drawn map from March of 1809 of this area right around Aldie Mill. And you'll see here the actual mill itself, the merchant mill, and there's a storehouse next door to it. And then behind it is the miller's home, which is still there today. Across what we call Route 50, or Little River Turnpike as it was known then, is a mansion house. That is the home that was owned and lived in for a time by Charles Fenton Mercer. And I'll show you a picture of that home. There we have a picture of Charles Fenton Mercer's home. So between 1807 and 1809, he's having a grist mill built. This is the larger mill here. And to the right of it, the country or custom mill. And actually, if you want to be historically accurate, we'd call this Aldie Mills, not Aldie Mill. And Mr. Mercer's having his home built. He's having a miller's house built. He's creating this village of Aldie with a Little River Turnpike coming through it. And he's also going to eventually have a distillery built near the mill. We'll find a blacksmith. We'll find a wheelwright shop, and another number of other businesses. And he names this place Aldie after his ancestral home in Scotland, also called Aldie, which also still exists today. Charles Fenton Mercer sells his interest in Aldie Mills by 1835 to his partner, a man named John Moore, who goes on to do the milling through the time period of the Civil War, and Aldie Mill stays in the Moore-Douglas families until the mill is closed down in 1971. What else do we know, though, of our Charles Fenton Mercer? Here is an older portrait of him. We know that he was a Virginia congressman. We know he was a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. We know that he was interested in internal improvements. So along with being the first president of the C&O Canal, he also tries to create the Goose Creek and Little River Navigation Company, which would connect the C&O Canal all the way down the Goose Creek, down to Little River, and to Aldie, connecting to his mill. It didn't make it. It made it close, but it didn't make it. Mr. Mercer would also be involved for a time in trying to end slavery and do something that he thought would be helpful for the country, which is to have a colonization of freed African Americans to the country of Liberia. Of course, that experiment did not happen, but it is a project that he spent a lot of time on. Charles Fenton Mercer dies in the year 1858, and what we have left of him now is our beautiful village of Aldie, our set of buildings that make up Aldie Mills, and many of the surrounding buildings in the area. I hope you enjoyed this history highlight at Nova Parks, and come back again soon for more. Take care.